Hey friends, what's up? This is David Potts with Song Notes, and today I'm going to show you how to pick up your guitar and play the Game of Thrones theme song. Now, this is going to be an easy, simplified version of this song. I'm going to be using no capo. I'm going to be using no fancy guitar licks or lead riffs. If you want the sort of full complicated version, you might want to look elsewhere. This one is going to be really keeping it as simple as possible. So you can just pick up your guitar and play this no matter where you are in the skill level. All right, let's get right to it. So big picture, this song has three parts. Number one is the beginning sort of intro riff of the song, right? This is the very distinctive thing you hear at the very beginning of the opening credits. I'm going to teach you that first, okay? The next part, and this is really the main part of the song, feels like the very melodic, recognizable riff of the song. This part only uses 4 chords and they repeat, so it's nice and approachable, all right? The third and final thing I'll show you, it's a bit more tricky because you have some new chords in there. You have an F chord too, which is tough, is this sort of ending part of the song. So I'm going to teach you that last, but let's start right off with that beginning part of the song, okay? And if I may take a quick minute, reminder, check out my website, playsongnotes.com, to access all these notes and tabs and chord progressions if you want to access them outside this lesson. They're all typed up there for this lesson and all my other lessons. It's a great resource to check that out. But otherwise, let's get right to it. Okay, so this first part of the song. Okay, that first part I just played right there, I'm going to show you that first, okay? What you want to do is put your hand in an A minor position, okay? That's open, second, first, open, starting on the 5th string, okay? This is the A string. This is your starting string. You don't want to play the thickest string. So A minor, open, second, first, open. Put your hand in that position and then get your pinky ready to go to this 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And get used to putting it on and off there, but keeping the chord shape still. And the reason I'm showing you that is because the main part of this riff is going to use the open E string, 2nd fret of the G string, which your hand should already be on, 1st fret of the B string, which your hand will already be on, and then this 3rd fret of the B string. And then you're going to go back up to the E, the high E, and start it all over again. So. Okay, practice repeating that. What I like to do too is when I play it, I play the chord to start with. I play it once in full. Okay, again. Okay, that's how it starts. The next part of this intro is you move the same exact thing I just showed you, but the only difference is your left hand will be in the A major shape instead. So that's open, second, open. Again, look at these 2 chords. See how they're different. A minor, A major. A minor, A major. Now, if your goal is to play the sort of whole intro, I recommend being able to switch between those 2 chords fluently. But then once you have the A major, same deal. Okay, so minor would be major, minor, major. Notice how my picking hand is doing the same string pattern each time, right? So check that out, and it's cool. The writer of this song said, actually, when he wrote it, he wanted to capture the sort of change from minor to major back to minor, because minor sounds sad, you know, a bit more ominous, whereas major sounds victorious and proud, right? And the show, Game of Thrones, obviously in the books, forgive me, are, you know, following that general theme for sure. You know, you have ups and downs that every character has, whether they're a good guy or a bad guy. So that's why you have that sort of minor to major switch, sort of in a thematic level, right? But again, it's just that simple riff, all right? So that's the first part of the song. Next, let's dive into this main part, which is the recognizable dun, 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 dun. Game of Thrones, yeah, Game of Thrones, yeah, Game of Thrones, yeah, Game of Thrones, yeah. You'll see how I'm just going between these 4 chords. 4 counts on each chord. Now for each count, what I mean is you're going to do this strumming pattern. Down, down, up, down, up. Okay? And you do that 4 times for each chord. So A minor, down, 2, 3, 4. E minor, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. G, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. A minor. Okay? That's all you do, and if you want to hum over it for context, dun, 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 dun. Game of Thrones, yeah, Game of Thrones, yeah. You can, okay? But otherwise, middle part, it's just those 4 chords. You do the strumming sequence 4 times for each chord, okay? And that's all you need. Now, if you want to add in the riff, the melody to that part, I will show you this. I'm not going to spend too much time going in depth, but look at the tab here. Okay? Yeah, if you want to sort of capture that same melody here in the instrumental version, you can do that with that tab and it sounds good. So yeah, I wanted to show you that in case it helps. Again, I'm not going to walk through it, but refer to the tab if you want to see it. The final part of the song, you have a few more chords. This is the... Alright? Alright, you get the idea. First chord, F. Don't let this scare you away, okay? A full F chord is first, third, third, second, first, first. But if you don't know bar chords yet, just worry about the middle 4 strings, right? Third, third, second, first. Okay? Or you can just do the thinnest 4 strings, third, second, first, first. Okay? But either of those are good enough for an F. A D minor is going to be open, second, third, first. Okay? And then there's a C, which is third, second, open, first, open. Okay? So those are the new chords. But in order, it sounds like this. So F for 2 sequences, to C for 2 sequences, to D minor for 2 sequences, to A minor for 2 sequences, to F for 3 sequences, to G for 1, and then A minor for 4. Again, with humming for context. Alright, so that's all you need for the whole song. I want you to pick up your guitar, try this out, even if it's just this first part. Even if it's just those notes of that 1 A minor chord, I think it's a fun one to learn. But again, I hope this was helpful. You know, I would really love to do a more advanced version of this lesson one day where I do some of the lead riffs and kind of the other stuff that's in key and proper. But that's a bit more intermediate, a bit more advanced, and I want to start it off something with a bit more, you know, accessible to people who are earlier in their guitar journey. But I hope this was helpful for you. Enjoy this lesson. Check out my other stuff. If you like this lesson, please subscribe to this channel. Check out my website, playsongnotes.com. And if you love this lesson, if it was really helpful for you, and this is the 4th time you're watching it, then head on over to my website, playsongnotes.com. I have a tip jar there. If you want to throw me a buck or two, it would be tremendously appreciated. It goes to support this whole crazy project of mine and lets me buy better gear and sort of make better lessons for you. So thank you very much. Remember, pick up your guitar and play. So this is the dun.
I'm not sure about that.
Alexa is listening. Dun, 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 dun.